Hello, beautiful star souls, and welcome to my channel. If you're wondering what this is a candle, but I don't think the lighting is very nice, so the camera doesn't capture the flame. Anyways, it's a candle. Okay, we have a flame burning, clearing up the space for this reading. So this pick a card is actually a suggested one. I think I either saw the same comment twice or I mixed two comments into one reading. So the suggestion was to do a pick a card on what are the next steps on our journey, what should we do, what actions should we initiate, and also what's hindering our potential. And I think someone mentioned these like a month or 2 months ago, and another person mentioned the same request very recently. So I mixed the two. So we're doing a next steps pick a card reading along with what's hindering our potential. What are the blockages? What is stopping us from realizing and manifesting our purpose and potential? And then what are the steps to take in order to overcome these blockages, along with generally what should we do, not just in terms of overcoming blockages or struggles, but just in general, what should we do. So it's a mix like that, but I think it's going to be a very useful and beneficial reading for those of you who are wondering what should I do next, or what am I doing wrong, because I know we've all been there. I've been there. I still find myself in that space sometimes. What am I doing wrong? And what should I be doing? And that's a question I think that gives a lot of meaning to the human experience. So answering that question regularly with different answers is very, very helpful, because we're definitely not supposed to do the same thing over and over and over again for the rest of our lives. But some things are pillars that we should use. Certain actions serve us as pillars and foundations, but other actions and other paths that we're supposed to be on are diverse and very different from one another. And even if you think you found your purpose, I still feel like this reading can be beneficial to you, because it can give you a new perspective on how you can diversify things, switch things up, make life interesting, and get outside of a routine. And this is coming from a person who loves routines. I love my routines. So yeah, I'm very, very excited for this reading. Okay, so let's discuss the piles. Pile 1, you guys will be working with the energies of the Star Tarot. I will show you the box because it was just too big to put it here, so you don't see it now, but I'll show it to you. This is the Star Tarot. I love this tarot deck. It's inspired by Aleister Crowley's tarot, and it's beautiful, and the symbolism is gorgeously illustrated deck. The second deck is also another one of my favorites and very, very pretty. The Ethereal Visions. This is for pile 2. You guys will be working with the energy of the Ethereal Visions tarot deck. And pile 3, you guys are the Mystic Mondays tarot deck. I hope you will enjoy this one as well, as much as I do. I'll be also using an oracle card. This is a donation from one of my clients and one of my subscribers. This is the Mage cards, volume 1 from Etsy. So if you're interested in the oracle I'm using, that's it. You can find it on Etsy. There is a French edition for those of you who are French and speak French, and there is French and English in the guidebook, which is so that's it. Quick description of the decks I'm using. And yeah, let's get into it. So you can pause the video, meditate on the cards, maybe meditate on the crystals, on the setup, whatever it is. Maybe close your eyes, pick a number, some association, whatever your intuition guides you to do to connect with the pile. It can be a spontaneous connection or a slower one. You can also look at the numbers of the timestamps, which would be found in the description box and the comment section below, and you can click on one of them and just I will see you there in your reading. And that's pretty much it. You guys, please listen to your intuition as much as you can, but if you feel spontaneous about picking a pile, just go for it. That also works. And yeah, see you in your reading. Hello, pile 2. Sorry, pile 1. I was so ready to jump into pile 2. Alright, well, some of you might be interested in pile 2 anyways. Maybe a Scorpio. One of you is a Scorpio and is suspicious about pile 2 and what would come up in pile 2. Yeah. Anyways, that's what I'm getting very out of the blue. So pile 1, hello, welcome to your reading. We'll see what are the next steps you're supposed to take. But first, let's look at the blockages. What is blocking you from manifesting your potential and your purpose? What is hindering your potential? Let's get messages about this. Pile 1. Six of Swords. What is hindering your potential is perhaps struggling to move on, struggling to move on from something that caused you a lot of anxiety and stress and just nervousness. Some of you might be unwilling to work with your anxiety. You may see it as an enemy. You may see it as something that is just part of you. You're gonna live with it forever. It's incurable. It's something mental that will always stay with you. You always have this mindset. You guys, what's hindering your potential is your mindset currently, especially a mindset that creates anxiety around your purpose. Overthinking, all right? Overthinking, over planning, over stressing about the details of things, and the details are not always that important. They are and they can be, but not always, especially when the details cause you so much stress. The best thing that you can do is just to fire up through that mission that you're trying to get through, and just be like this rocket, move through it, take action. Even if it's clumsy, and even if you fail, even if you fall, even if you don't succeed to the level you imagined or hoped, it's just good to push through that barrier, that mental barrier, that mental blockage. And for some of you, it's very, very possible a child is hindering your potential. This is either, now this may sound a bit rude or offensive, but it is the reality of things. Some of you may have a child, and because of the security of that child, you're not ready to risk something, or you feel nervous about following your intuition and purpose because there is another individual relying completely on you. For some of you, another person's child is causing you a lot of anxiety. Or someone who refuses to grow up in your life is causing you a lot of anxiety, and they don't allow you to move on from them, from the relationship, from the connection. They don't really let you move on from a codependent connection. And there is, once again, a lot of anxiety about leaving someone behind, abandoning someone. I'm getting an air moon or a moon in Pisces individual, maybe in your life, or maybe that's you, but they're somehow involved with this blockage here. Knight of Swords. It might be difficult for you to admit what you're going through. You may not want to admit it because you don't want to see it. With the Knight of Swords, this is about news and information suddenly coming your way. So pile 1, I think that the information you need is presented to you. Like, you don't lack knowledge and you don't lack the details of things. Knight of Swords is very detail oriented, and very knowledgeable, very sophisticated is the correct word. Not even educated, but sophisticated. They know the details of something. So I think for you, what's really blocking you is maybe the fear of not knowing enough, like feeling like you're not educated enough, like you cannot speak eloquently enough. That could be another fear around the throat chakra and how you express yourself, and if people can even understand you. You may feel like people very easily move on from your messages, or very easily move on from your ideas, like they don't stick with you, they don't stick with the niche that you're trying to get into. And perhaps you're trying to get more data, more information, you're trying to polish more details so that people actually see this golden spiritual truth, or this very unique expression in the midst of your words and your speech. You may really feel like people don't hear you, because the Six of Swords is this silent card. It's very silent. It's also the energy of moving into silence, moving into calm waters. And then the Knight of Swords is about talking. It is about self-expression. It's public speech, definitely 100% public speech, delivery of messages. And you may feel like your messages go into the silence, they fade away, and they don't really reach the hearts of people. And I think that happens when you try to be too mental and too logical, way too coherent. Coherency is important for us to understand information, to build up, some connection to that information. However, when you try to be too coherent with every detail, and you don't allow yourself to branch out with a new idea, with a different message, when you don't allow yourself to have that flow in your speech, it's very difficult to connect your words to the heart chakras of people. So it's like what comes out of your throat doesn't reach their heart and their soul. It doesn't touch them very much, at least not in the way you hope or you wish. And that could be a fear and a barrier, a blockage you're supposed to be overcoming. And I think it will happen when you really try your best to heal your anxiety. Try your best, maybe with the Knight of Swords, be smart about your anxiety. Try to mentally trick yourself, convince yourself this is not anxiety, this is excitement. Being smart about your anxiety is, for example, not drinking coffee before a speech, because you don't want the adrenaline to get the best of you and maybe ruin your speech, take over you. You don't want that rush. If that rush doesn't help you, in fact, if it makes things worse, don't have coffee, don't have too much sugar before public speech. Try to meditate before a public speech, or some sort of writing, self-expression field that you're in. Just be smart about managing your anxiety before self-expression, so that you can be a bit calmer and really speak from your heart. Another thing is that when you're peaceful and calm, it's not always about how much information or how coherent the information is. It's about coming from the heart, and that information resonates on a very personal level with people. Don't be afraid to get personal with people. Another thing I believe that's hindering you from your potential is, don't be afraid to get personal with people. Don't be afraid to tell your story from a very heartfelt place. Perhaps sometimes you're too cold, or once again logical and mental, about your emotional experiences, and that's why people sometimes may not resonate as much with you. They may move on very easily from your stories. And I really feel like you guys, pile one, you guys want to be heard, and that is a huge part of your potential and purpose. Eight of Cups. Oh my gosh. Eight of Cups is also about moving on, which is crazy with the Six of Swords. But with the Eight of Cups, you're moving on from something from a situation that has lost fully its life force. Okay, you're moving on from illusions, from delusional hopes and dreams. So, as I said, one of the blockages here is facing the truth and moving on from delusional ideas. So, that's something you're definitely doing. You might be moving on from huge belief systems you've been building up. You might be moving on from huge mental links you have, mental attachments or identity attachments to models of thinking. That's what many of you will be moving on, and it's gonna be emotional, but it's very much needed. And she's reaching for that rainbow. You guys, one of your blockages or one of the things you can do to overcome them is to embrace the full spectrum of truth, experiencing truth, how you communicate. You may have strong air placements or Gemini placements, in particular Gemini on the descendant, Lilith in Gemini, Moon, what else? North Node, Saturn. You guys are learning something very important with language and communication, the meaning of words, embracing, as I said, the full spectrum of decoding information, how you understand it, how you take it from the mind into the heart, how you then share it with people from the heart, not only from the mind. All of these dynamics are very important for you. You might be moving on from something you're very passionate about. I think that this is the silence I'm feeling here. I think you guys are moving on from something you're passionate about. You could argue about this. You could come up with many ways to defend yourself, to defend your point of view. But now you are embracing differences, diversity. You guys are embracing the possibility for other truths being accurate, if not even more accurate than your own. You're embracing other people's belief systems, and I think that this is going to give birth to new passions. So what I'm seeing here, and this can be very scary, is when the passion of an artist or someone who, self-expression is a form of art, and when you lose passion some sort of for some sort of outlet for that self-expression, when you're no longer excited about it, it's very scary. It's like your inner artist or your inner creator is dying. So I think a lot of you are moving on from one way of creating into another, and that is a very important part of your journey that you should embrace. You should embrace this rainbow. What is the outcome? The Wizard. Okay. Interesting. It's cool because the colors are very synchronized. The blues are dominant. So once again, a lot of throat chakra with the blues. And we have a lot of dark blue, indigo blue. So let me look at this card closer. The Wizard. This is interesting. Some of you might be moving on from something more scientific into something more imaginary. Because I feel, I said moving on from delusions, but the delusions could be what you enjoy and what you really don't enjoy anymore. Perhaps you tried to convince yourself you still liked the scientific aspects of truth and information and exchange of information, but now because with the Wizard, this is about getting a bit more creative, getting into magic, getting into the imagination. Wizards, they create out of nothing. They really pull from their imagination, and I think that this is what you guys are learning to do. You might suddenly become night owls as well. There's a lot of nighttime vibes in your spread. I think some of you have built up a strong foundation of knowledge into a field that is very objective, very science oriented. I mean, something that makes sense, something that is real and phenomenal, something that is a real thing. You've built a lot of knowledge into something that is grounded, realistic, material in a sense, because it can be proved. And I think you are now moving into something more imaginary, untangible. You cannot hold on to it, you cannot prove it. Maybe you're starting to write more fantasy novels than scientific novels, all right? Or you're getting into sci-fi more and leaving science. And I'm saying science in a very broad range, because science, I mean, it can be even like social sciences. From social sciences, you might be moving into writing, once again, novels, romance books, things of that nature. A lot about words here is, and how you use your words, the purpose of your words is shifting. Perhaps you were someone who was manifesting by writing things down. Now you speak things into existence. Now you're spell casting. Perhaps you were someone who was reading a lot. Now you're writing a lot. Your use and actions around words, specifically speech, and messages delivered through words, letters, and all of that language is shifting. Maybe in the past you weren't good at learning languages, now you really want to do it. Or vice versa. You wanted to learn a lot of languages, now you want to master one. Like, things are shifting for you. And it can be scary because the way you used words, the way you viewed language, the way you benefited from language was strongly attached to your identity. For example, if you were a podcaster and now you want to write a blog, what if your audience doesn't like blogs? What if they want to listen to you and you no longer want to do podcasts? That sort of identity shift, you're still going to do similar thing, but you're gonna be more calm about it. Okay, you're moving into calmer water, so this is about less action, less strained, you're more relaxed. And you really come from a place of flow. You really flow when you do what you're doing. You're moving, you're shifting into working with words in a more relaxed flow. Okay, you're not being crazy about productivity with your language and with your speech and with your self-expression. It's more about the quality, the deeper message, than how much can you give to people. What actions should you take? Now that we know the blockages, what should you do? Seven of Pentacles, I think that's great. You guys have the resources and the luxury to sit still, wait for the right time to come out with this new thing. You have the luxury, as I said, to wait it out, to go with your own personal seasons. You really must listen to the seasons of your body, pile one. If you don't get fast results, don't give this up, because this is gonna progress slowly over time with the Seven of Pentacles. You've planted a lot of seeds already, so you have a strong base. You have to have faith in your foundation. The Two of Swords. A battle of the mind. It's interesting. We have the moon many times, and I keep getting this air moon. The Two of Swords corresponds to Moon in Libra, which is about making decisions. And if you have Libra placements especially, you can be very... you can express yourself beautifully and think beautifully, especially with the Libra Moon, for example. You can think and write beautifully. With the Mercury in Libra as well. If you have Venus in Libra in the 3rd house, in the 10th house, also in the 9th house. What are the next steps? You guys, with the Wizard, you could be meeting someone older than you. And oh my gosh, we have the Moon. This is crazy. Well, okay, so someone, a female, older female, might be watching you from afar. She has high hopes for you. With the Wizard, I feel like you have this person that will come out of nowhere in your life and they will suddenly become important. They will help you out a lot. They will help you make some major decisions about life and how to invest your time and energy. They will teach you how to use your natural gifts and abilities. They will train you into mastering your natural gifts and abilities. But you should listen to your dreams more. You should pay attention to your imagination more, okay? The Moon is giving you a lot of visions. Start to learn how to describe what you see. Your visions, your dreams, your fantasy, your imagination should be put into words. I feel this is very, very important, and it's a huge part of your purpose. But once again, a female, an older person, especially an older person, someone very mature, someone very, someone who is a huge expert in that field, someone who has spent years working in that field. They could be working in a publishing house, in a higher education facility or something, because with the Wizard I see someone knowledgeable. I almost see this King of Wands energy, but it's mixed with a feminine Moon vibe as well, because there is magic and once again imagination and creating from nothing. And this is a very feminine thing to do, giving birth to something out of nothing, because the primordial state of the feminine energy is chaos, but within chaos all ideas swirl around, and at some point the masculine helps bring this out of the feminine energy, of the feminine field. But yeah, the feminine has that ability to give birth to something out of the chaos. So you might be making art out of a crisis in your life. You might be creating and what's the word, sculpting your purpose out of a critical moment. You have to make some decisions that are very urgent, I feel. It's almost like the longer you procrastinate not making making the decisions, the more your fears strengthen. And I don't want you guys to be afraid of the future. With the Moon, you may be unable to see the future. You cannot plan things. Once again, you have to go with the flow and you have to trust your intuition. But in order for this flow to happen, in order for you to move on the path and not stay stagnant, you gotta make decisions despite not knowing, despite being blindfolded with closed eyes. You gotta make that first step and step into the unknown. And I think a lot of you, this is what you're doing. You're stepping into the unknown. You're doing something you've never done before. Even if it's in a similar field, you've never done it this way. You will feel like a newbie, but that's okay. You will learn. It's just about one step at a time. Take it slow, take it at your own pace. But I do see you overcoming your fears, you guys. Sibyl. Oh wow. You're meeting some sort of person that is so good with their imagination. They're so good with self-expression. You're meeting someone who is showing you the secrets, is what I'm saying. They're revealing you the secrets of how to make these decisions about life. They're an angel in disguise in your life. It's like you're meeting the king of the realm of imagination, and he is teaching you everything about this realm, how to navigate it, how to work with it. And I think it's very, very beautiful how this tradition or knowledge is being passed down onto you. But for many of you, this is not a spirit guide, it's a physical human being you have a soul contract with, that's coming into your life for a purpose, for a reason, with a purpose. I'm hearing cinematography school. Cinematography. I'm sorry. Cinematography school. I'm getting something with really with lenses and cameras and the visual arts and language. You might translate for movies. You might be traveling to another country to be able to translate a movie or to film a movie and to really study the culture. I see this in your future for many of you. For others, even if you're right, I still see you exploring cultures and using inspiration from those cultures to incorporate in something imaginary. The next steps are to trust this guide and to really listen to them. This is an elder. They may not be a grandma or a grandpa, but they're definitely older than you, very much mature, experienced, and I really want you guys to listen to them. They have something unique to give you and to tell you, and they will guide you. For some of you, I even see you working with a couple, like they're both teachers, but they're a couple, or they're both some sort of authority or someone that can once again show you, teach you, initiate you into these things. They'll be working with you. They give me a lot of water and earth energy, to be quite honest with you. These people you'll be working with. I feel like this is all I'm getting, but I'm still going to ask for a few more messages before I move on with the next pile. What steps should pile 1 take? What are the next steps for pile 1 on their journey? King of Pentacles. Investing, you guys. Invest yourself into this new thing. Don't be afraid to invest yourself. Look, it's like you're holding on to your abundance, your gifts, your potential, and you're looking at what it could be, but you're not physically there. You're not physically investing time and energy into it. And I think the issue here is that once you invest yourself, you're going to be faced with this challenge of making decisions very much outside of your comfort zone, and you may feel like, well, my risk, my investment didn't work. You have to push through that fear. Temperance, your angels are with you. Page of Pentacles, they fully support this new seed you want to plant. And with the Two of Wands, your angels are planning with you. In fact, they're planning for you. And they're giving you ideas and seeds that are very physical, very visible. With the Page of Pentacles, they give you a sign that cannot be denied. You're picking up on details in your daily reality that cannot be denied. and you should be acting upon those details, upon those synchronicities. Your angels are planning for you, pile 1, okay? They're really helping you. So that's what I'm seeing, and these are the actions I see you guys taking. I hope this reading helped. I hope it resonated. Let me know. And yeah, one last time, listen to these teachers of yours, please. You will recognize them. They will, it's like you aspire to be like them, not fully like them, but you really love what they're doing and how they communicate with you. That's how you will recognize them. So, pile 1, I hope this resonated. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comment section below. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe because this really supports my channel. And I will see you soon in my next video. Bye! Hello, pile 2. For those of you who chose the Ethereal Visions Tarot Illuminated Tarot deck, this is your reading. So let's see, what are the blockages hindering your potential and the manifestation of your purpose? What blockages spirit is pile 2 experiencing? Interesting. I just see a dragon, a blue one, which is some sort of symbol. I'm hearing ex-lover, King of Swords. Okay. So definitely someone from your past, an ex-lover, or someone you were very close to, someone who was very dominant in their speech, someone who was very dominant in the relationship, someone who felt smarter, beyond you, above you in many ways. They felt more intelligent, definitely felt more creative or original. Someone tried to dominate their ideas, to dominate with their ideas. You were putting someone on a pedestal, and this is what's blocking you. This inability to separate yourself from oh my goodness, separate yourself from the ideal you've placed this person to be. And perhaps you're not supposed to be like them, but you've idealized them so much that it's difficult to not want to be like them or not follow in their steps. This could be an older sibling as well for some of you, is what I'm getting. An older brother or sister. We have the moon, so definitely king and the moon, both are possible. I'm not picking up specifically on a masculine or a feminine energy. An older sibling. Might be, this is silent manipulation going on. You guys are being under some sort of illusion that's been placed purposefully in front of you. The moon is about illusions, it's about distractions, it's about the past. Oh, hold on. My lighting went off. Well, I guess I hope you guys can still see the cards well, because I had my camera light on, but it switched off for some reason. Anyways, oh my gosh, that is so crazy, because that's those types of synchronicities that you have during a reading. And I think the light switching off, once again, someone has you under a spell that what they've done and how they've done it is the right way to do it, is the right way to go about life, to go about your purpose, or is the proper trajectory in life in general. Maybe not just your purpose, but just in general your approach. Someone has you under the illusion that they're right, you're wrong, you should listen to them, but that's once again an illusion. You have a person in your life whom you've given the ability to switch off your inner light. They can switch off your intuition very easily. They're very good with words. They could be Pluto dominant, Pluto in the third house, Pluto in the 12th, maybe conjuncting Mercury or something. They have a Plutonian, Neptunian vibe in their expression, which can be extremely overpowering. People with such placements, and I know such people exist, they can put you under a spell, literally, whether they believe in magic, whether they practice magic or not. They can put you under a spell with their words. They have this sort of vibe about them where everything they say and the way they put it into words seems and sounds so accurate. You don't have the time to think on your feet or think at all about, is this accurate, or is this person persuading me in their own agenda, in their own direction? So you guys, what's been blocking you or hindering your potential is that you've been trying to follow in someone else's steps because they seem so correct, and they might be accurate for this person, but they're not for you. So the blockage here is to claim your mind, get rid of the Neptunian distractions you've been under. But this is definitely coming from a connection with someone you have. And once again, this person doesn't have to be a bad person. I've mentioned this many times. When I channel, well, I think you have a frenemy, or not a frenemy, but maybe someone who is jinxing you, or somehow evil eyeing you, or vampire, an energy vampire. Someone is an energy vampire in your life. Not always these people do realize what they're doing. You have to be aware of this. Not every person that has this sort of effect on you knows what they're doing. Okay, they're just doing it. Just as many light workers, sometimes they do the light work and they don't even know what they're doing. So it's the same thing with energy vampirism and things of that sort. Now here, because we have the King of Swords, and this is a very conscious card, I do feel the person who has made you believe their story or their narrative about life and your purpose, I think they're very consciously persuading you in their direction. They're very conscious of doing this. So you have to be mindful for people who want to be always right in your life, in your family. With the Moon and King of Swords, this could be a son-mother relationship where you're the child, you're the son, and you've already grown up, you're becoming this adult, you are an adult, but your mother still plays a very, very heavy role in your life, and she kind of controls things. Maybe she's always been this way. For some of you, because the Moon represents the mother archetype, for some of you this can be a mother figure 100%. King of Wands. Oh my goodness, what's going on? Okay. Wow. So, you guys, another thing that I see for you, I'm feeling a couple of groups here. With pile number 1, it was so straightforward. I felt like there was this one collective that will resonate with the messages. Here I'm getting a few groups, a few collectives resonating with different parts of this. And the other collective here, apart from those of you who are under the spell or illusion of a loved one, ex-lover, sibling, whatever, others of you, you guys are preoccupied with your relationships at this time. And some of you are choosing between two possible partners, or two people are fighting over you, or two friends are fighting with each other, and you're in the middle. You guys are in the middle of choosing one side or the other, and that is a huge distraction. Your relationships, your emotional world right now, not that it's a bad thing to be involved in your emotional world, not at all, but currently it really works as a distraction in your life, and it really takes away a lot of your energy and you're unable to put it towards your purpose. With the King of Wands, once again, you guys are, it's almost like you're learning how to become the King of Wands and fight the King of Swords, which is you're learning how through your creative genius or through a very strong, developing a very strong ego, a very strong inner world, and understanding of your inner world. You guys are going to oppose this person who doesn't understand you, but they think they do, or they think they know everything, and they try to tell you how you actually feel and how you and who you are, and they are describing you in your life, but it's inaccurate for you on a soul level. And this King of Wands is about you guys reclaiming your spiritual connection in order to be able to oppose someone who's trying to dominate your mind. Give us some more details, Spirit, please. For these people. Pentacle Demi-Goddess. Your guys are in someone else's territory. I'm telling you, the reason why you feel insecure or distracted or you feel like there is a blockage is because you're trying to dominate a field that is someone else's territory, and you feel quite lost in there because it's not your world / universe to build up. It's someone else's, really. And once again, this person has been very engaging to make you believe that their way is the right way, the way they built their universe is how you should be building yours. And that is so far from the truth. You guys should fly away. You should separate yourself from this very prominent figure, authority figure in your life. They may not be an authority in terms of social status, but somehow in the dynamics, they overpower you. And you guys are trying to find a place to land on someone else's territory, but you're always going to be trespassing. You're always going to be in the red zone because it's not your place to be at. And I think that they try to keep you in this loop. And I'm not just blaming them. You should definitely take accountability for this. Like, I'm not blaming this other person, but I'm just saying you what I'm seeing here. And that you should reclaim your ego, your solar plexus, your mind. And there is something very powerful in your connection to spirit that this person doesn't have. Or at least they haven't come in contact with it, because I don't see them operating from their heart chakra. And the King of Wands is masculine fire energy, and Wands is the fire element, so double fire brings strong ego, yeah, sure, but also strong connection to spirit. Fire is the element closest to spirit. You're done being the observer pile too. That's what I'm hearing from your guides. You're done observing someone else's kingdom being built up while you are not necessarily landing anywhere and laying foundations anywhere. So definitely moving on, claiming new territories for yourself instead of trying to occupy someone else's territory. For some of you, the blockage could be you are living with someone that you don't resonate with, the energies are not very much vibing together. That could definitely also be a situation here. Like, you are in someone else's territory, quite literally. You're living in someone else's apartment. You might be paying part of the rent, but still, they kind of have the upper hand. I see you opening the curtains in your room, and I'm seeing a new room. You guys, for those of you who have been living with other people or living with family, feeling very distracted, very overwhelmed and overpowered by the people around you in your home territory, I see you opening, you guys are moving to a smaller place, but at least it's your own. That's also one of the things you should definitely start initiating, moving to your own place. And I saw you opening the curtains, and that is, you saw how the light switched off in the beginning of the reading. This is about the light switching on. When you find your own place, your own space, more so, quite literally physical space, the light will switch on for you. And for others, you may have this extra space somewhere that you're not using. For example, there is a garage that is cluttered with things you're not using, with things that you should give away or throw away, whatever, donate. But you're not doing this, and that space is sitting there and you're not occupying it, and it's like the universe is telling you you have space to fulfill your purpose. We have given it, we have given it to you, but you're not using it. So some of you should start occupying your space and using your space, or worse, if you're living with someone and you are the one owning the place and they're getting the upper hand, it's like, what are you doing, pile 2? Please, please, please reclaim your authority over your territory. And if not, if you don't feel like you have authority over any territory, find your own space, physical and metaphorical. That is the next step. You're supposed to fly away. The Strength card. Once again, a lot of Leo energy you guys need. That new moon in Leo could have been very activating for you when it comes to solar plexus chakra, ego identity, confirmations, validation. This is very important for you. King of Pentacles. Oh my gosh. You guys have many authority figures. You have many male figures around you. And you have the moon, which is such a gentle feminine energy. Then the Strength card, which is like this feminine that tames the lower nature or the overpowering nature of the masculine. So I think many of you guys are learning how to be powerful while being soft and gentle, be powerful and not allow people to control you while you're going through a lot of healing, you guys. So I don't necessarily see a blockage when it comes to your purpose. Yeah, this thing with the people I spoke of, true. But I also feel like for you, it's more about slowing down because you're processing your healing. And some people may try to become saviors and then ask for a favor because they've done something for you. So be careful around people who are suddenly flooding your life with their energy, their help, their advice, their knowledge, and you feel like in your head all you're hearing is one particular person's voice. Right now you don't need one person to tell you what to do. You need either silence or diversity and detachment from people's opinions, because currently, Paiotsu, you're so deep into the eye of the storm, into the eye and center of listening to yourself like never before. Maybe you've listened to yourself before, but never to that extent. Now it's so crucial because you're fragile or sensitive. You're sensitive to people's opinions, to their energy field. it's like they don't even have to speak, just their energy field that carries strong belief systems can affect you and persuade you in certain directions. So some of you may need isolation, I gotta be honest. Some of you may need isolation in order to kind of take charge of your things. With the King of Pentacles, it's about being very practical and organized. Being budgeting is huge for you, Pile 2. The next step is to, this may sound kind of not so spiritual, but like reclaim authority, your ego, your sense of self-empowerment and identity through securing your back. You guys need to have that money in the bank, that budget that is very well organized, to feel secure, to feel like you can take care of yourself. Because I really don't want to see you being taken care of many people and kind of people throwing you like a ball, um, and just, yeah, you're being tossed around from one caregiver to another. I don't like that energy, because I feel like your caregivers, even friends, at this time, maybe it's a particular period in your life, but your caregivers or people that somehow nurture you, friends, lovers, family members, they feel overly possessive. Be careful around people who can slip into this parent or savior complex, where they want to save you and they want to guide you because they know better. The Chariot. You guys are totally, you guys have 3 major arcanas and 3 kings. You guys are totally supposed to move. You'll be traveling more. The next steps on your journey is to travel maybe alone, or just to travel independently from your friends or from your usual circle, so that people can start view you more as an independent person. I feel like even those of you who are doing, you're making money moves, you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, people somehow don't see you as your own person. I feel like some people are so used to you giving to them, or you listening to them, or you following their advice, that they don't take you as seriously as they should. And that's one thing I feel Spirit is guiding you to do. These are your next steps. Take your business and career seriously. Move, travel on your own, be on the go, be unavailable. Oh my god, I get it. Pile 2, for you guys, it's time to become unavailable. You're unavailable because you're so busy getting the life you want. Period. Oh my goodness. I feel that Leo vibe, and I'm a Leo moon, so let me bring those Leo light codes or whatever. You guys are getting busy. You don't have time for people. You don't have time for people's drama. You don't have time to play a second lead character in a movie. No, you are the main lead, baby, and it's time that you show this to the world. I'm actually pretty excited. I'm actually feeling good vibes coming for pile 2 after I pulled these cards. This is perfect. Great alignment. Great alignment. After these cards, the blockages, here we have what should you do? How do you resolve these blockages? Budget. Make money. Find ways to make money. Find ways to make money, pile 2. That's very important, because you will be moving in your own personal space. And if this is not about your living situation, it's going to be your home office. Your home office is moving. You're going to have your own office. You're going to be traveling. Some of you might be purchasing a car. You're purchasing either, yeah, property. Like a car is also considered property. Some property that will make you more independent and make you seem more authoritative, as well as more adult-like. People will start to see you as more independent and adult-like, able to take care of yourself. That is what the universe wants you to do. But because you have so many King of Swords, this is a curious triad, and I think it's also about your guides helping you a lot. So if you receive... oh, I'm so confused. Hold on. There is this message coming through, but I'm questioning what I'm getting right now. Because when I look at these kings, this is a very symbolic combination. to have all 4 kings or 3 kings or 3 queens, but especially the kings. Because once again, they're the fire element, they're masculine fire element, and they're directly connected to source, spirit, whatever you want to call it. In this conscious manner. The queens are also connected to spirit, but on a different scale, on a different level. Anyways, when I look at the kings, I think of spirit guides. I think of higher spiritual authorities protecting you. The triangle is very symbolic of protection. Even the square, if we have 4 kings, would still be protective, but the triangle is protection and initiation at the same time. So we keep the doors you're not ready to walk through closed, but we're also opening a lot of doors that are still outside of your comfort zone. So a lot of doors are opening up for you, and you may meet people who would be teachers, masters, helpers, guides, advisors. That will be new people in your life, strangers. But even with them, don't reject this sort of help. But I should warn you, because from what I've channeled so far, I still feel like completely relying on someone's help to push you forward in life is not gonna be your best move. So even with these people who have pure, genuine intentions, don't fully rely on them. For example, don't stop taking action because someone said they would promote you and you don't need to work anymore. You've already proved yourself. Don't rely on that promotion. There is some sort of test. Like, your guides are helping you a lot, but at the same time, if you rely on that fully and completely, they will pull away their help. They will pull out of your life for a little bit. Because once again, it's about reclaiming your independency, and if you do it, you're gonna get blessed. Alright, that's where these people, these authority, beautiful figures come in, because authority figures can be very beautiful guides for us and we need them, but not always, and we shouldn't fully rely on them. We should be able to think for ourselves and take action for ourselves and create for ourselves. So the universe is like testing you a little bit, Pile 2. She's helping you a lot, but she's also, are you gonna get lazy again, or are you gonna rely on other people if you see that there are doors opening for you a little more easily than usual? Some of you may want to travel and see your grandparents. I don't know why this is coming up in the reading for your purpose, but I just see it. Maybe they will give you an advice. Maybe they will somehow support you. Maybe they will help you. I'm not saying go see them because of that, but they might be connected in some type of way. But this message is coming through. Some of you should travel to meet your elder family members, people that you haven't seen in a while. Calendar stone. You guys are time traveling. And you will be channeling and pulling off a lot of unexisting trends. You'll be channeling and setting up trends, I feel, in the field you're working in when it comes to your purpose. With the calendar stone, I feel like you should trust your timing, first of all. So if you feel guided to do something, even though it's a late trend, or even if it's something nobody has ever done before and it's a risk, do it. Because there's something about time working for you in a very different way than the people around you. Okay, so those of you who resonate with this message, you guys are part of some sort of Aquarian collective, Uranian collective, where you are either ahead of the game or you're making vintage ancient things modern again and trendy again. Old money, old inheritance could be coming up, but I do see many people fighting over it. So don't rely on inheritance, Pile 2. Don't rely that this will make up for your expenses in life. No, I feel like a lot of people will be fighting for this inheritance, for this territory. So you either want to fight with your claws like an eagle, or you want to rely that you will be the one taking care of yourself. Oh, Willow the Wisp. That's interesting. We have a very unique being here. Some of you may travel a lot more in nature or move to some exotic country for a bit. I definitely see this opportunity. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm getting something. This is once again not so much purpose related, but it's a message. If you're in competition for a promotion and you guys have this quirky idea, you should definitely share it. I don't know why, but I'm getting something about economics in exotic countries and countries that, you know, use completely different currencies, things of that nature. Some of you might invest in different currencies as well. You might start off your investment journey, and with the calendar stone, I would definitely recommend this. I think it's a smart move, but still be mindful with your budget. Don't invest everything to the point where you don't have money to put food on the table. But that could be a smart move for pile 2. Boss moves. You guys have to make boss moves and be brave enough to do it. I see you guys are taking a huge leap in your life. There's a huge shift. This unrecognizable glow up you're going through, and that's why people at this time, because you're going through this transition, that's why people are so heavily grasping onto you, and they're being so possessive, and they wanna, it's almost like they want to take you back in time. They want to take you to the way things were in the past, but you're no longer in the past. You guys are very much connecting with future timelines, upgrades, shifts, whatever you want to call these processes of evolution of your soul, of your consciousness, of your purpose. You're connecting with that. You're connecting with that energy. And when this happens, people who are not ready to take that leap, they will try to grasp onto you and hold you linked in their reality, but you're moving on into your own. The next step is to not allow nostalgia to keep you stuck in the old paradigm that you used to live in, pile 2. I think that this is all I'm getting for pile 2, and I won't force any more messages. This was supposed to be a short and sweet, straightforward reading, and I hope I managed to give you the general storyline, but also specific details that individuals will resonate with. I hope I managed to do it. Let me know in the comment section below how you vibed with this reading. Did you enjoy it? Does it resonate? Does it help you? Because the main purpose of these readings are to be helpful, is for them to be helpful. And yeah, I think that's all I have. You can support me by liking, sharing, and subscribing. You know, if you've been on my channel, yada yada yada. That's how you can support me. That's the best way. Everything is in my description box. And I love you so much. I'm sending you tons of high vibes. Thank you for being here with me watching this. I really appreciate your presence and your support. And I hope to see you in my next video. Bye, pile 2. Hello, pile 3, and welcome to your reading for those of you who chose the Mystic Mondays Tarot. I already pulled out the cards because I didn't want to open the box and just, I don't know, take time of the reading. So, let's get into it. Let's see what are the blockages hindering your potential, the manifestation of your purpose, and the things you're supposed to do, the next steps on your journey that you should take. Okay. King of Pentacles. So, well, the blockage could be you're all about business. You could be all about money at this time. Maybe money is very important. Maybe you're going through something financial and you want to be safe and secure and sound, but the very focus on money could be blocking abundance in your life. I'm also getting some of you could be taking care of an older figure in your life, of a grandparent, a parent. Maybe a lot of financial output is going into the health of another person, or just somehow helping another person out. And yeah, you could be helping out a male important figure in your life with the King of Pentacles. And you feel like your own business, your own finances are suffering because of it. Two of Cups. You could be helping out your partner, a lover, someone you're dating, definitely with the Two of Cups, a soulmate even, someone you may not be dating, maybe it's a platonic relationship, but you feel so much love for this person, you feel responsible for them, and you want them to be happy. Judgment. The blockage here is someone may not be acknowledging your help. Something is unfair, and there is a karmic cycle here. So the blockage hindering your potential is just a karmic cycle you're going through with your partner. You're kind of hooked into their timeline because your energies are so merged with the Two of Cups. This person is a huge mirror to you because they really, it's almost like they sometimes amplify your fears, they validate your fears in a way, and it's because their purpose in your life is to sort of push you through your walls, help you overcome your barriers and walls, climb up, and face your fears. Gnome. You guys may feel very small. You may feel like you're not very useful to this person. I don't know. Something about how much you're able to give and you wish you could give more, but that's all you can give. And that worries you a lot. This person, I think, I think that they appreciate you, but sometimes you feel like they don't appreciate you. Because with the gnome, I feel like you guys think you're making very small changes in this person's life. You're not able to fully help them. It's crazy because pile 2 was all about don't let other people convince you they're your saviors, and for you pile 3 is about stop trying to save people. Okay, from their judgment card, from their judgment day. I think you guys are trying to save someone from karmic debt, but you cannot really do it. And you're looking for that philosopher's stone that can fix everything. You're trying to be the one who can fix everything. You're looking for the key, and that's where the obsession with money or business can come from. If you have any financial issues or someone around you does, and you want to be of help, you want to be in the best financial position as possible, but that worry, that focus is pushing away, demagnetizing your manifestation. Work with crystals, please. Head of Medusa. Yes, definitely. Oh my gosh, mirrors and fears. That's crazy because didn't Perseus kill Medusa by using his the mirror, the reflection of her head snakes in his shield? I think that that was the case. That's how he killed her. Head of Medusa, Medusa in astrology, the asteroid, is connected to a very deep wound that can, trigger warning, by the way. I'm gonna touch on a very sensitive topic. Trigger warning, 1, 2, 3. Okay, I'm gonna talk about it now. The head of Medusa in astrology connects to either in this lifetime or in a past life trauma around rape, abandonment from a male, betrayal, and jealousy from other females. And that is very well written in the very well explained by the mythology of Medusa. You know, pile 3, when you're trying to be everything, when you're trying to be the it person that has everything going on, you may attract a lot of envy, sometimes even from your partner, sometimes even from your loved ones, sometimes from people who they do love you and they will always love you, but it's hard sometimes to look, when you're in a difficult situation, to look at someone who has it all together and be happy for them when you're struggling. So be aware that sometimes helping people actually creates resentment within them towards you, because they wish they were the one helping you. They wish that they were not in this position, or they wish that they were in your position, because if you're able to help them, then you're doing fine. That is a kind of bad, I don't know, like not such a nice psychology, but it's definitely a mindset. Okay, it's definitely a mindset. And that's why, you know, your help can ricochet, it can afflict you, it can affect you negatively. Like, you trying to help people sometimes can be reflected back to you in a negative light. You may feel like you were betrayed. You may feel like you were used and abused because someone did not appreciate you, but someone maybe didn't ask for help. In pile 3, a lot of your energy is going into helping others. Especially if you're healers, advisors, life coaches. There might be a few toxic clients that you guys should give up. 4 of Wands. This is home and family. This is foundation and structure. Oh, 4 of Wands is heaven. Metaphorically, the number in the element, like number 4 and the element of fire, creates the metaphysical plane that we think of when we think of heaven, which is an interesting perspective. And we have death. Oh my gosh, the death card. This is interesting. You might have people that are on the other side in heaven, family members that are trying to help you, and they're trying to help you because it's family. There's something here about the bloodline and family, and like, I cannot leave you like that. We're family, we should help each other. Two of Coins reversed. This isn't an equal exchange of energy, you guys. And the Death card is also about the Philosopher's Stone. It's about the transmutation of impure metals into the Philosopher's Stone. The universe is saying you should not take improper steps and actions in order to help someone because you're desperate to help someone. You should not give away your light or do things that are not like you, things that are very unlike your character, things that are maybe destructive to you and your connection to heaven, your connection to spirituality and God and whatever you believe in. If helping people or helping this one particular person destroys you in that way or takes away so much of you, that's not an equal exchange of energy, and it's not good neither for you or them, because it creates a negative karmic bond and contract that you will be reliving in other lifetimes as well. You will continue to have this dynamic until you clear it up. Talos. You guys should let this person be. What I'm saying is that you're ready to end a spiritual contract in this lifetime with someone, and both of you are ready to move on. But only if you allow it, you know? I'm hearing the universe say that things are going well for you. Things are the way they're supposed to be for you. Don't try to change your timeline or manifest more. Don't become greedy because you wanna help, but this may take you off track with your timeline. For example, trying to change up what you're doing for a living to make more money to be able to provide for someone. That is getting you off track. The next steps that I see for you is you guys need a lot of water, a lot of sunlight, and a lot of rest. I'm hearing many of you need to prioritize your health. These are the next steps to balance out your energy output with more input, more rest, more relaxation. Because if you devote yourself to this other person, you may end up disappointed. This is their own challenge. What else about pile 3? Some of you should wear gold, or maybe you're trying to get a jewelry line out there in a shop or something, create a brand. But I'm getting something about gold and wearing gold and connecting with the sun. Maybe visiting places and cultures, sacred sites where the cultures that lived there worshipped gold. They worshipped the sun. I'm hearing morning yoga is important for you. Moving your body gently and softly is very important. Yeah, the next steps to overcome this blockage is to prioritize yourselves and your body, your physical health, your physical beauty as well. Take care of yourself. When you guys feel beautiful, you manifest so quickly. That sounds kind of superficial, but when you feel beautiful, when you feel aesthetically your best, you guys manifest so quickly. So if you're into manifestation, if you want to manifest more because you want to be generous and give to people, take care of yourself, pile 3, please. It's important. I feel like some of you are going through a very important build up in your life, but it will require giving up certain priorities and prioritizing yourself. Literally, self-care should be your priority. that is the next step on your journey. Self-care, because when you take care of yourself, you become a very powerful manifester, and you manifest and achieve more with less work and action. So it's not about giving up your goals, your purpose, your career, even whatever. No, it's more so about when you prioritize yourself, you have more energy, and things in those fields, career, purpose, your goals, your personal goals, things get achieved easier, quicker, more smoothly. So you only benefit from self-care, pile 3, especially at this time. Sunbathing is very crucial, and getting that sunbathing will serve you as a natural remedy to something. I don't know why I'm getting something in the wrists or the bones. You gotta be careful with your bones. Um don't put too much pressure on your joints, pile 3. Not now. I feel like it's a period in your life where you should be very careful and gentle with your body, but also take care of it. Like, gentle and careful doesn't mean laying on the couch all day, but acting, moving slowly. This in energy you should be embodying and going with the flow and taking care of your physical health. And just in general, self-care. That is key. That's what I'm getting here. Maybe you'll be spending a lot more time at home, chilling, relaxing. Maybe that's exactly what you need. Isolation, that's maybe also what you need. There might be gossip about you or your relationship, so you should isolate yourself from the sounds and from the voices of other people. Kind of similar to pile 2, but in a completely different context. You don't want anger. You don't want to be angry that people are jealous of you or that people are talking about you, because this way you will allow them to get to you and your energy and your frequency. So the universe is kind of telling you to go back to basics. Take care of your frequency, take care of your vibration, of your mindset, and things will be in alignment for you. I mean, it sounds easy peasy, easier said than done, but it's really about going back to your basics, to the ABCs of life, and of the well being of your spirit and body. So that's what I have for you guys. Pile 3, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope this helped. Um, I hope this was useful and relevant to your situation. Let me know in the comment section below. As always, I'm very interested to hear from you. I love, love, love reading your comments, you guys. And if I liked your comment, it means that I read it. Sometimes I won't reply because I can't reply to everyone, but I like the comments I read. So yeah. So thank you so much, okay, for spending this time with me, this lovely divine time. I hope you found it beneficial in some way. Support me by liking, sharing, and subscribing. And all of my information is in the description box below. Thank you so much, Pile 3. I hope I'll see you in my next video. Bye for now.